Tomorrow, bars and restaurants can be packed with people at 100% and stay open as late as they want to. But today, Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear and his legal team challenged 3 restaurants that filed a lawsuit to end his COVID restrictions in the Kentucky Supreme Court. Rose McBride was there and tells us why these suits are still moving forward despite the reopening of the state.
June 11th, capacity restrictions and the mask mandate will be lifted in Kentucky. But lawyers for a group of restaurants and a brewery want to set a precedent, even if things are going back to normal soon. Thursday afternoon, Goodwood Brewing had a big crowd for lunch, a drastic difference from this day last year.
You could sit at a bar at a table, but you couldn't sit at a bar. You could sit at a booth as long as there was a piece of plastic behind you, but you couldn't sit at a booth.
Restrictions were tough on the brewery.
We lost about roughly 75% of our revenue.
Goodwood, along with Dundee Tavern in Louisville and Georgetown restaurant Trindy's, filed a lawsuit to go back to full capacity and won. For 1 week in April, they operated without restrictions until the governor countered that decision. Governor Beshear's legal team argued without his executive orders, case numbers and deaths in Kentucky would have been much higher, like in other states.
It was because of strong executive action and having the courage to use it, as well as the shared sacrifice of so many Kentuckians who understood the gravity of what we have faced.
The Goodwood team is arguing Beshear's orders were unconstitutional, and the court should determine if the General Assembly should be able to write the laws for the Commonwealth. But Beshear said a win by his opponent could be catastrophic.
You have to look at if we have another pandemic and the governor can't suspend any statutes at all, can't put these steps in place, what would that look like? It would look like the Dakotas.
Goodwood owner Ted Mitzlaff acknowledged his business can return to full capacity Friday. But this case is important when it comes to laws moving forward.
The last thing in the world I want to do is pick a fight with the governor. And here we are. It's our belief that even though we're finally getting our restrictions lifted, we do want to make sure that Kentucky's Constitution is upheld and those executive orders are rescinded.
The court also heard arguments in a case Attorney General Daniel Cameron brought against Governor Beshear in regard to COVID restrictions. You can view a summary of those arguments on our website. For WHAS 11 News, I'm Rose McBride.